Today is October 3rd, 2019. I'm going to be talking about the first Marvel Zombies book, 1 through 5, the trade paperback, collecting Marvel Zombies number 1 through 5. This was written by Robert Kirkman. You probably know him. If you don't know him, that's okay, just look him up. I'm sure you know him somehow. But maybe not. Maybe you don't. But zombies is his thing, man. That's all I'll give. And this is coming from someone who doesn't really know too many fucking writers off the top of my head. And, the other day I was fucking having trouble, anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. But as I said, with Dead Days, everything I already said with Dead Days, but to recap real quick, you got zombies in the Marvel Universe, so it's affecting superheroes and supervillains and all the humans. The superheroes and supervillains still have some kind of conscience. I always have difficulty saying that. They're not just brainless, but they do still have that hunger. It's honestly just I would say an intelligent zombie. They're a bunch of intelligent zombies, but they also have skills and talents or powers or whatever you want to say. A lot of shit happens actually in 5 fucking issues. I thought that they actually spanned a little bit longer, but as for now, originally, by the end of Dead Days, I said it isn't essential to read Dead Days. It's just if you really wanted to, you didn't get enough of your kick with Marvel Zombies. But like I said, there's plenty of fucking stories, as I said in the other. I guess I'm just not gonna reference the last podcast much more because that's annoying. But there's plenty of other Marvel Zombie books out there. I'm only going to be reading about 4 of them, 4 trade paperbacks. I read already Dead Days. I'm going to be reading the first one, and we'll go on from there. I'm just reading the ones that I felt like are the most relevant, and I think these are the only ones really that Robert Kirkman was involved in. Not that it really matters, but I tried reading the other ones, and they're not. I don't know, man. Maybe my fix is not over. Maybe I do want to pick up the other ones. We'll see. But there's plenty of other comics out there, so. But I'll say no more. I'll just go right into it. It's pretty, it's a lot shorter than Dead Days. Once again, there's only 5 issues compared to 9. But like I said, there's a lot that goes on in this fucking book. A lot. Alright, just skimming the first couple of pages. I think it's essential to read at least Dead Days. You don't need to pick up the trade paperback, I don't think, because all that features in Dead Days, once again, is the one-shot Marvel Zombies Dead Days. Then there's about, 6 issues of fucking... Or 5, I think there might be, actually, I think there's 5 issues or so of, 3, 5, yeah, I think there's 5 issues of, Ultimate Fantastic Four. Which all it deals with is just, it's not really that relevant other than the fact that it's got zombies in it. Specifically, it has to do with this storyline, but I guess it just shows what happens to, Mr. Fantastic, or the Fantastic Four zombies, what they do, essentially. Which is not really that big a deal. If you don't even read those stories, you could just be like, well, they just fucking die eventually. And I don't know how important it's actually going to even show Mr. Fantastic and all that. I don't remember them even being really that essential in this. So, and the Black Panther one, that just has to do with the end of Marvel Zombies. I thought it was actually the end of Marvel Zombies 2. It kind of if you want to read on it, it kind of explains slightly right before going into Marvel Zombies 2. Long story short, to spoil it, once in Black Panther anyway, the zombies have arrived to a Skrull planet in their universe, and they started, they're eating that. So they're just essentially going throughout the entire universe and eating all living things. And they just essentially come to this conclusion, let's go back to Earth and fucking make a portal so that we can go to other planet or other portal or other universes and eat, forever. Which is probably like one of the evilest things to ever happen. I mean, like evilest probability. Because I mean, I guess if you wanted to say that parallel universes are different dimensions, I mean, I still didn't look up the difference between the two, if they are even if there even is a difference. And there's totally got to be a difference. Third dimension, fourth dimension, second dimension, all that shit. It's not the same thing probably as a universe. Though I'm sure it all contains in the same. It goes hand in hand, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's just essentially just parallel universes and stuff. Just like there's an infinite parallel universe, so there's just like all these combinations. Like right now, there's a version of me that's doing exactly what I'm doing right now, but has already succeeded, or I guess it's already it's become a career by this point. There, the probability of that, and there's also probability that this is not happening at all, never happened at all, and I don't know, I didn't even exist or something like that. There's plenty of parallel. I mean, infinite. Apparently that's how it goes. I don't know how much of that is actually true though. Because I didn't fucking really do any research on it. But I'm just gonna jump right fucking into it. I guess one of the last things I was gonna say, I forgot about one of the characters from Shameless. I said this in the last podcast. I pretty much said everyone. There might be still one person or two more people that I'm missing, but one of the characters I forgot to talk about was Mandy, and she is currently in a domestic abusive relationship. And they kind of haven't handled that yet. I mean, they've shown the characters are aware of it now, but there's nothing they really can do about it, because they know it's like a fucking, they're in a spider web essentially, and Mandy's kind of like in a cocoon, webbed up, and I don't know, will she be able to get out of it? We'll see. But that's all I wanted to say. Going into Marvel Zombies. Alright, let's give credit where credit is due. Writer is Robert Kirkman. Artist is Sean Phillips. Colorist is June Chung. Letterer is Virtual Calligraphies. Oh, that's how I know what that is now. I didn't know what it was yesterday, but now I do. Randy Gentile. So the letterer is Randy Gentile. You got cover artist Arthur Suidam. I don't know, I'm not sure. Suidam. I don't know. Assistant editors Nicole Boos and John Barber. John Barber. Editor Ralph Macchio, or Macchio. Collections editor Mark D. Beasley. Editorial assistants James Emmett and Joe Hochstein. Assistant editors, I mean, I can keep going fucking on, but the most important one was fucking up there. I mean, they're all important. Without one of these motherfuckers, they wouldn't exist. Or it'd exist maybe a little differently, maybe. Maybe not entirely. But, opening scene is, in Dead Days anyway. Oh, so actually, I guess actually you would want to potentially read all of it, thinking about it. I didn't even think about that. Yep. Fucking A, you're gonna have to read Dead Days. If you want to understand the full story anyway. Because thinking about it, Ultimate Mr. Fantastic, he ends up visiting the Marvel Zombies universe first, and then the rest of the Ultimate Fantastic Four arrive to save him anyway. But he is found almost immediately by a bunch of zombies, but then he's saved by Magneto. Magneto's been trying to save as many people as possible. They were hunkered down in a subway, but they've been like kind of jumping around. It's only been about like 3 days or something like that. So yeah, and it kind of with that anyway. With Ultimate Fantastic Four, it ends with them leaving that universe, but Magneto, essentially, kind of fucking, he got them to teleport out of that fucking universe, but he's now like, got all the fucking zombies on him now, and it kind of starts there. So it's kind of funny. I mean, in a sense, now Magneto is actually a hero in this sense, and clearly the zombies who predominantly most of them are. I think all of them are heroes. I know there are a bunch of Marvel zombie villains that they kind of team up, but you don't see them until a little bit later. Even Galactus makes a fucking appearance. Silver Surfer makes an appearance. It's pretty dope. And yeah, I will say though. I mean, I don't know how exactly cosmic energy works. I mean, apparently when you in this case I don't mean to spoil it, but they do eat they eat cosmic entities, and they end up getting powers from those cosmic entities. Like, would they have gotten it if they were not zombies? I mean, could you have? Hypothetically, could someone just eat Silver Surfer and get his powers anyway, or do they need to? Do they have to be zombies? Because if that's the case, then how come they didn't steal the energies of the people that they were eating? So I believe it's probably just a cosmic energy thing, but that's I don't know. It's just a little thing I just picked up on just now. Like I said, I'm just gonna get right into it. I might listen to some songs before getting it up, but you won't even notice. I know this is should start the beginning, but on the back of the trade paperback it says "Turn from the pages of Ultimate Fantastic Four." So I guess it's really, just thinking about it, it's kind of like, Age of Apocalypse was 91 or whatever, and they've done, I don't know whoever did, I don't know if it was DC or Marvel, I'm sure it wasn't even them, there's someone else who just fucking did this, science fiction and all that, and, fucking time travel and parallel universes, that shit's probably been around for a while, but, for it to actually, take the mainstream, which, once again, I digress on all that shit. What I'm trying to say is, hold on, sorry, whenever I fucking use my headphones, I get so much louder. God damn it. Man. I'm sure that was fucking enjoyable for a moment. Alright, but, going to Age of Apocalypse, I'm not too sure, I actually haven't read that, any of it, but apparently it's a very interesting concept and fan favorite, I guess. Same with X-Men 1991. That's a fan favorite too. I don't know how much of Chris Claremont's stuff Claremont I've read, but I guess he's pretty much known for writing a lot of dialogue. So there are people who are totally interested. Don't get me wrong. It's literally written like a book. But all I'm saying is just if you want to view it as someone. I guess I don't know, man. Maybe sometimes you just gotta view it for your own fucking shoes, and I'm viewing it for my own shoes. I just felt like there was it could have been. Not only could the dialogue could have been condensed, but so could have the panels. But I'm sure I don't know whose idea that was, but. Because I keep on saying this, but when you want to make a long comic, you know what I mean? If I were to make a long ass comic, just an issue, or even just a trade paperback, a graphic novel, whatever. I think every panel is essential, and I really did not see that every panel and every piece of dialogue was totally essential in that X-Men book. I really want to read the 1963 when it started or whatever, 1964. I want to read the original X-Men just to compare to that. I'm sure once again it's more updated and flashier, but it was just I felt like the 91 X-Men with Jim Lee as the artist. Once again, fantastic artist, and Chris. He's a pretty beloved fucking writer. But it was kind of like Star Wars Episode 1. George Lucas was more focused, I felt on CGI rather than the story. And I guess if you look back at the story, some people can argue that actually, has to deal with taxes and stuff like that. But maybe there's a reason. I don't know, if you have a movie based on taxes and shit like that, I can see how that can. I don't know. I'm sure some stories. It all depends on the storyline and shit like that. But when you're dealing with Star Wars, I don't know if you should deal with taxes. Even though primarily that I guess you're just going into the boring details as to why a war even happens in the first place. But that's besides the point. All I'm saying from all of that to Marvel Zombies just makes me wonder who came up with the concept, like who's like, it'd be kind of cool if these, we had this one universe where our superheroes and supervillains became zombies. I wonder who actually came up with that idea. Maybe it was Kirkman. I don't know. I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna be like, Kirkman does it all. You know what I mean? It's all. I don't, because I think he's ending or he's ended Walking Dead, and I'm sure he wants to do. Maybe he'll never do anything else. Maybe he doesn't have to. But I'm sure it's probably not gonna be another zombie related thing. I mean, there's he might not be directly involved. Like, I know they're doing like another fucking another. I think they have 3 Walking Dead shows. I think I've pretty much given away what fucking Robert Kirkman has written. If you don't know by this point, I've already said it. I don't know, man. A lot of info. Like, I don't want to just talk. Whenever I'm on this thing, I'm trying not to just be like a fucking other Wikipedia entry. I don't want to just be a Google search, and once again, like, primarily, yes, this is all for me, and like, if anyone wants to check it out, they can. But like, as someone who is very interested in Marvel Zombies, for example, I wish when I was younger that there was a podcast. But at the same time, though, I mean, like, when I was younger, I had more time. But if I was being real, I don't know, man. Partially, I think podcasts are kind of cool, but at the same time, though, there's just so much out there that I think, I don't know, man. It's just, like I said, there's just almost like way too much. Way too much. And it's like, if you want to make, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, I guess with that with that idea in mind, like, like, why make anything at all? Because someone else is just gonna, just leave it to the pros, or someone who definitely is gonna blah 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 blah, which is unfair. Who can really say? But I don't know. I guess all I was getting at is literally, like, it says, it's from the Ultimate Fantastic Four. So I just kind of want to, like, look at, like, the dates and see, like, which ones came first and whatnot. I mean, did Dead Days come before or after? Or maybe, like, I don't, like, just, like, how involved are the two? Like, was someone involved in the Ultimate Universe suggested this idea, or was just Marvel going, like, we really want this idea to kind of mesh into our 616 universe, so, well, not even 616, I don't know what number Ultimate Universe is, but at the time, the Ultimate Universe was pretty popping at the time, so they were, trying to, like, I don't know, I'm just fucking trying to get to where I want to get to, but I just don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. All I guess I'm saying is, if it never appeared in Ultimate Fantastic Four, would it have appeared at all? Or if it appeared only as Dead Days, would it have appeared as an ongoing series? Not really an ongoing series. They're all typically limited every single time. I don't think they have an ongoing series, actually. They're always limited. It's an ongoing limited series. How about that? I don't know if, actually, they might have stopped making it in the last couple of years. I could be wrong, but it was, or maybe still is. That's besides the point. You can Google that shit. You can Wikipedia that shit. You can't fucking Wikipedia or Google my fucking opinion. But you could probably Google someone else's opinion. Why does my opinion matter above others? I don't think it fucking does. I just think the only reason why, like, I'm just putting myself in the shoes of an audience member, and I have been that person many times. And I personally love Marvel Zombies. And if there was someone online that was willing to talk about it, I'd be willing to potentially check it out. I'm sure it has been talked about. And I didn't do too much of a dive deep. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. If it's not Marvel Zombies, maybe I'd look up fucking... Honestly, I wouldn't even look up fucking reviews of albums, personally. I'm not even, like, I don't necessarily I don't review albums, but, like, I kind of do... I talk about albums, and I listen to the albums, and I, decipher meanings sometimes. But, like, once again, if you wanted to get a meaning, you'd probably fucking look that shit up online. Most likely, not always. And I'm never saying that my meaning, the answers I find in the meanings, or the messages I find in the meaning, or in the songs, like, might not even be fucking correct or accurate. or there's multiple answers, and I only just found one or two. I guess the biggest thing this would go towards, and maybe this is not going to be until for a couple of years before it honestly gets realized, which is fine. I just gotta keep going. And this is honestly just some stupid shit. I haven't fucking even opened the fucking book yet, and I apologize. Just essentially, I'm just trying to, like, give meaning to this podcast, because it's not, I don't want it to be just about me, but, I mean, and it's not hypothetical because we're talking about Marvel Zombies. But it is my opinion. I'm not gonna fucking give everything accurately 100% right and all that shit. I might be wrong. This is just how I'm feeling at the moment. If you are a comic book writer or an artist, or if you are an artist in general, or you are a musician, and I mean, from this, like I said, I do this for research purposes, because I've written some scripts already, and I would like to move on to the next step, but there's plenty of other things on my list. I have like 8 or 9 things that don't even have to do with each other. Essentially, I'm like 8 or 9 people rolled up in one ball, and sometimes, it's going to take a long time. Doing a podcast every day is not fucking helping. I should probably just drop it down to doing one a day or something like that, or one a week, not one a week or something like that, one every 2 weeks. But I don't know. I just enjoy doing it sometimes. I mean, blah 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 blah. But yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, all I'm saying is just essentially, maybe you should do a little research on your own stuff, on the stuff that you are, you beloved or cherish. And then you kind of find out what you do and do not want for yourself. I'm just trying to identify my identity, I guess. So with that being said, Marvel Zombies. I'm super glad I read the foreword or whatever for Robert Kirkman. I'm just gonna say some things. It's very easy in this business I like to call comics to get labeled as something. And it's very easy in this business, I like to call comics to get labeled as something. You can be the talking animal guy, or the crappy ending guy, or the way too much dialogue guy after just 1 or 2 high-profile projects. I didn't want to be the zombie guy. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that. It's just that I've always prided myself on the diversity or the work I produce. I didn't want to suddenly look like a one-trick pony, especially because the bulk of my work, aside from The Walking Dead, is superhero stuff. So a zombie superhero book seemed a bit too, I don't know, easy. And it kind of goes on. If I feel like I should, hold on. Alright, I think, apparently, Ralph Macchio, or Macchio, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's Macchio. There's 2 C's in his last name. But I guess that person's of Karate Kid fame. I mean, I've never really even watched Karate Kid. I know about it, you know what I mean? Like the wax on, wax off. And you need to do small, little, simple things in order to get, that can help you later on in life. Like, for example, I mean, as a musician, performing with or playing 2 different instruments can really help you. Really helps. I mean, I've played a couple different instruments, so it really helps understanding the fundamentals of song making and whatnot. Just performing with an instrument. Other thing I wanted to say, he was just quoting Zombie Marvel Universe, Ultimate Fantastic Four, Mark Millar's idea, would you want in? So that kind of answers a couple of questions I was asking, is whose idea was it? It was Mark Millar's idea. I mean, turns out old Mark Millar created some kooky zombie-filled Marvel universe that was to be discovered by the Ultimate Fantastic Four in the opening arc of his new run on the book. Marvel, being the brilliant company they are, decided to do a miniseries spinning off from that world. Since I was quickly becoming the zombie guy due to my other zombie book, I got the call. I thought about it and ultimately accepted it. You just don't turn down the Karate Kid. It's not wise. So maybe I should watch Karate Kid. Karate Kid. Alright, so that's interesting. So it answered even more of my questions. One, it started in the Ultimate Fantastic Four. Two was Mark Millar's idea. And three, it. Oh, like I said, it started in the Ultimate Universe. Ultimate Universe is Mark Millar's idea, and they made it after Ultimate Fantastic Four, I believe. I mean, I still kind of want to check out because this says June 2006 when this was written. And this is his foreword or whatever. So I'm assuming it was probably after. So all because of the Ultimate Fantastic. That's fucking cool. And I mean, I guess spoilers. I'm going to be doing Kick-Ass 1 through 3. I've already mentioned this in a past podcast years ago, or not years ago. Might as well have been. But Mark Millar writes all of them, and I still think that all three of them. I mean, I still have to read the third book. I don't know how it ends, but the second book, the sequel to Kick-Ass, Kick-Ass 2, is one of the greatest books I've ever read in my life. It's so fucking cinematic. I mean, they made a movie on it, and I just don't think. I mean, once again, movies. I wish the movies were made nowadays, because we're in a different era where things are a little bit more acceptable, and not so many things need to be taken out, I guess, based on maturity or whatever the fuck. And I'm sure, I mean, it'd probably turn into a rated R flick, kind of. I just wish it was post Deadpool era. Specifically movie era, because I mean Deadpool has been around for the last 20 years or so. I guess it was Mark Millar's idea, but it was also helped with the editors John Barber and Nicole Boos. They actually, I guess, apparently did a lot of words of wisdom or whatever. Gave a lot anyway. I mean, it's fucking the editor's job. First idea was Hawkeye gets in a Quinjet and fucking runs the Arctic, trying to live there until the zombies found him, and he had to run again. And he said that's kind of boring. That actually totally would have been boring. Or they could have, maybe even did a couple of different. It didn't have to just write it. Just, I mean, in a 5-issue arc, it shouldn't have just been. They could have made it ongoing for a little bit. It caught 30 issues or something like that. Fucking going through various of the people that survived, through the various perspectives. I mean, they kind of do that anyway, or Marvel Zombies, but that's besides the point. I just think that it could have potentially been a cool idea. Though I'm totally saying that shouldn't have been the only thing going on in Marvel Zombies, clearly, because this thing would have been short-lived for sure. Then they jumped to Luke Cage, and how he would have, his baby would have been held captive, and they wouldn't have eaten her as long as they continued to, which I feel like is kind of stupid. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a villainous thing rather than what zombies would actually do. But he would he's building an army from the pocket of people that are left, pretty much humans. Once again, I think if they combined those two ideas, that would have been awesome. Jump cut from. But I think once again, they're only doing 5 issues. They can't. It was probably based on being limited. I think those are two different. I mean, I don't know if I would have, in a zombie universe, I don't know if I would have picked those guys, but they were, those are two decent ideas, and they could have ran with it if they put. I mean, I think they put some of these ideas together. It was Ralph Macchio's idea for the focusing on the zombies as the main character. I think that they could have. Once again, I think they should have done all 3, but. They could have made this an ongoing fucking series, man. They totally could have, I imagine. It is what it is. He's going on to say, he wasn't really thinking outside the box, personally, Kirkman. He said, I would really want the reader to relate to somebody, just like in Walking Dead, you have plenty of relatable characters. But it's so funny, I mean, how could you relate to these zombie characters? But I don't know, man. They're pretty relatable, honestly, because I can understand that. I understand the hunger, man, and sometimes the hunger gets so overwhelming. You have no choice. I guess no choice, but to feed that hunger until that hunger has been fed, and then you can finally chill out. I guess is essentially what happens every time. With the zombies until they decide not to eat anymore, not to have a hunger anymore. But what kind of message is that, man? I always want to be hungry, but I get the I get the message. I mean, because you're just always going to be hungry forever. You can't just use someday. You just gotta kind of like eventually accept it for what it is. I'm gonna finish up the foreword. I'm not even fucking close to done, but it's, I don't know. Once again, this is a nice little. I mean, I'm sure you could probably Wikipedia all this shit, but this is just interesting to me because it's just seeing how they developed this concept into a comic. For sure, Robert, he's saying, he called up Ralph, and he's like, I don't know if I can do this because it's gonna be all bloody and stuff, and Marvel's not like that. And Ralph's like, just fucking do it. And they did it, and eventually I think they had to like stop the series or something like that, or like they had to stop making merchandise for the series because too many they got too many complaints. I mean, clearly it is a Marvel fucking book. I know maybe they brought it back since. I know they've made some like mini mates. I used to love mini mates. If I could, honestly, if I had a fuck ton of money, I'd probably have a bunch of mini mates to just play around with. I miss playing around with fucking mini, dude. Honestly, fucking A, man. You know what you can do with that shit? You know what you can do with mini-mates? You know what you can do with D&D? Apparently, it's fucking... I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, and if it's true, then I don't give a shit. Apparently, the One Piece dude, he... once again, I can't confirm this, but this is what I read. But apparently it's kind of like just a giant Dungeons and Dragons match, but he's using One Piece characters, and, it just goes on forever, because, I mean, it can go on forever. It is definitely one way to keep things going on forever. I mean, they're just besides the point. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was going off of that. I think I got everything I wanted to say. Probably not, but yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But I mean, essentially, I mean, like you can. It's a way. It's one way of being creative rather than imaginary. I mean, you're being imaginative. Excuse me. You're being imaginative, but I mean, you're doing it through a creative lens, I think, rather than vice versa. Like, I mean, in this case, Marvel Zombies is a creative idea, and there's an equal amount of imagination in it too, because this is something that's never existed before. Marvel, clearly that's existed before, and zombies have existed before, but Marvel Zombies have not. And I mean, like, you can write your book however the fuck you want to do it. I just think that I have yet to write a book based on using toys or fucking using a game, or a board game or role-playing game to help. I have this one idea, but it's not like how I feel like with like a lot of times, like, you know what I mean? It's like the reason why a lot of people don't make books or whatever is because, like, well, I want to use Spider-Man, or I want to use Peter Parker, or I want to use fucking Wolverine, or I want to use Superman, or I want to use, Harry Potter, or I want to use fucking, I mean, some copywritten fucking character. And it's like, I mean, you could potentially make it so it's just, it's different enough away from the material they're going for, but it's giving some homage to it in a way. But, like, it's not, you're not stealing it, and it's, it's not a fan fiction. So, with that being said, I just want to start the fucking comic already. It's crazy. I mean, he says, like, he, after all this advice that he's given to him, and just make it as gory as possible, who gives a shit, don't think about it. And, he came out and he wrote this script, and he's like, he felt that it was actually pretty good in comparison to the other feeling of, like, I hope they like it, which I know that feeling totally. It's, I know that feeling, man. Just complete judgment upon other people, and just, like, not feeling like what you've done or created or whatever is just good enough. You just hope that maybe they're gonna like it. But apparently, I guess he was apparently talking, or he got a phone call from Steven Spielberg, but I guess he, after he explains what he, did for the script, and, like, Steven's like, are you, what I mean? Like, that's a Marvel book, are you sure? And then he's like, oh shit, you're fucking right. And he kind of hung up. I mean, he was thinking that to himself, he hung up, and I guess he hung up on, I don't know if this is true or not, but, and he's like, he just felt like he was going to get fired for something that he just thought that he wrote something so good, but he just felt like he was going to get fired for. Like, this is definitely not, fucking a Marvel book. He's not following the rules, essentially. And I mean, I think the biggest thing about artwork is sometimes it's like it's not always going to follow the fucking rules. Sometimes it needs to step out of the boundaries. I mean, some things, nothing's absolute, but it's not, and it's not fair that sometimes some things get away with other things. Like, you know, for example, you can't tell me that there were other people that they're like, Marvel Zombies, this motherfucker wrote this. I wanted to add this to my fucking book, but I had to get rid of it because it was not in fucking line with Marvel shit. But this motherfucker does this entire dark fucking shit, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I mean, once again, nothing's absolute, but that's life. Nothing's fucking totally fair. All that fear of, like, is it going to be good enough? And Ralph's like, yo, man, it's dope. And, I'm going to send it on. So all that fear, and there's just no reason to be unafraid at all. But, I mean, complete reasons to be. I mean, that paranoia was there for a reason, could have potentially lost his job for doing something that, they thought he was like, this guy's not taking it seriously, like, he does not understand fucking the Marvel fucking code, essentially. But, Marvel, I mean, once again, Marvel, at one time, like, wrote a lot of, like, fucking horror stuff. I don't think they really do it much anymore now, and probably, since Marvel Zombies and beyond, they've probably added some, the darker shit, just how it goes. And once again, I was about to stop, but just like going back to the whole Deadpool movie, like before that, it's very. I mean, like some things happened in the Marvel superhero films. I mean, I haven't watched one in a couple of. I mean, I've watched one in a couple of years. I think I watched Into the Spider-Verse, but I haven't watched like any of the other. Like, I think the last one I watched was like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think. Yeah, maybe I don't even think I even watched the Avengers movie, the first one, but not the second one or beyond. I haven't even watched Guardians of the... I did watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I did not like it. I thought that it was just kind of full of shit. It was like a giant daddy issue fucking movie, in my opinion. Like, they could have made Guardians of the Galaxy 2 about anything, and they decided to make it about a daddy issue thing. Which is fine, I guess. Some people probably resonated with them, but... it's pretty fucking dope. Robert says, so for the next 4 issues, with every script, I tried my hardest to come up with something, anything that would be so horrible, so disgusting they would make me change it, and it never happened. Every disgusting thing the zombies did was kept in. Nothing was changed. Nothing was altered. It was just bizarre and frustrating. I thought I was one sick puppy, but I couldn't come up with anything they balked at. It's pretty dope. Holy shit. Arthur Sudem, or Soidem, I don't know how, I'm gonna say Sudem. He made 75 covers. And that's alone for just 5 fucking issues. Maybe, a couple in like Dead Days or whatever. And maybe even including Ultimate Fantastic Four, maybe. But holy shit. 75! That must have been fun, though. They're turning all of like the classic covers into zombie things. I think that's pretty dope. Starting off, I mean, this is very cinematic, but like I said, compared to like X-Men #1, it just felt like it's going very smooth from panel to panel. It's not like there's too much words. It's saying just the right. I mean, it literally is very cinematic. I could totally imagine this being into a movie. They got the opening shot with fucking Magneto on the floor, and he's like, "Fucking thank God it's fucking over." Well, not. I mean, the monsters are trapped here in this dimension, and behind them are a bunch of zombies, waiting to eat them. Specifically, they're sentient life zombies, superhero, and all superheroes, I guess, all of them in this case. And they're looking to eat fucking Magneto, man. And I like, you got Spider-Man, he says something, Colonel America says something, at this time I guess that's Colonel. You got fucking Wolverine, Daredevil, and, yeah, I mean, they all kind of, I don't know, man, it's a close-up of their face and everything, I don't know, personal notes. Think about it, I mean, just after I read all that forward, Spider-Man now, that's a detail. Like, Spider-Man doesn't have any webbing, so he just falls to his fucking onto the ground, literally breaks his leg right the fuck off his body. Magneto smashes Colonel America's head into his shield into the top of his skull and literally chops off a giant chunk, but doesn't kill him. It's definitely gory, man. That's for sure. It's kind of cool. Daredevil, I think, had like a fucking I think he was killed because of a bunch of nails went through him. Like Magneto just like threw a bunch of fucking like objects through their fucking bodies and shit, metal objects specifically. But it's pretty cool, man. I guess Daredevil survived that attack, but he's got a giant ass fucking hole in his fucking chest. I mean, you see like you as you're reading, like Bruce Banner's fucking stomach explode or bursted as soon as he turned back into Bruce, rather than the Hulk. Some other gory shit's going on. But now, like I said, one of the parts that I really like is that the zombies are at least still willing to be able to feel shit. And these early feelings on, they're at least, kind of exploring that. Some of them don't really give a shit. Like Spider-Man's crying about how he ate his wife and aunt, but no one else really gives a shit to hear, because it's not like they didn't also eat all the, someone significant, or just eat 8 people that they shouldn't have eaten. You feel guilty, but they just can't help it. They're just hungry, and the hunger is clearly stronger than the emotions, regular human emotions. It's not like they don't feel it either. It's just I think they're just like they really just do not give a flying fuck. Like I think they accept their reality for what it is. I mean, through time of this story, they kind of some of them changed their opinion, but it's cool. Like first issue, you got Silver Surfer, so like, they kind of just like once again they just rev it up. They got 5 issues. They're gonna fucking tell you the story, and it's, I mean, in the forward, it's saying fucking that it sold out the first issue, and like every issue after that sold out too, and they had to keep making variants and stuff. It's a really good story, man. Issue 1 ends with Silver Surfer. He's kind of just observing, saying like, this world's fucking torn. And that's kind of cool. I mean, if you want to take of cosmic events or cosmic entities, like not even just like think of Silver Surfer as a real thing, but like this is just kind of like destiny, kind of like determining like, well, this fucking planet's fucking should not exist anymore. So Galactus is gonna, he's hungry, so he's gonna eat it. And it's kind of funny. I mean, Galactus isn't a zombie, but that's so cool that they put this. I mean, thinking about it, that's cool as fuck, yo. And essentially, they're like, we're gonna fucking eat you first, motherfucker. That's literally what happens. Galactus comes down, he's about to eat Earth, and they end up eating fucking Galactus. That's fucking, I mean, that's what's gonna happen in the next couple issues. It might even be issue 2, even that ends with that. I don't know, but, and I think you also get to see, some of the super villains as zombies, so and how, like, them doing their own thing. I'm surprised they haven't like fought each other beforehand. I mean, that's something that's gonna happen in this. But you know what I mean. Like, the more zombies that are around, the less likely a chance of them getting food. Because it's already gonna be all eaten. But I can't remember. It might be in Marvel Zombies Returns. I can't remember, but there was one. I think it might be Quicksilver. Like he becomes a zombie and like fucking like bites everybody as fast as possible, essentially. And now I'm on part 2 or issue number 2. Archangel's like, geez, man, I can't understand why you can't be more civil. They're fucking zombies. But they don't trust each other because clearly they're all hungry, and if anyone like finds food, they're gonna probably eat it all and like leave none for anybody else. So essentially, they're all teaming up only so that they can, make sure they get the food and it's all shared and stuff. And if anyone were to go missing, they'd probably then assume like, well, they're probably, going to find food or whatever. And you know what I mean? Man, a lot of distrust is based on hunger. I mean, it's kind of like, it's dystopian, clearly, but some of these like the quips that they have against each other is like, it's not even like it's dead. They're not even like, kind of joking with each other. Like their jokes are literally just so desensitized. Like they're just like it's like, you get so desensitized that it's funny, but you literally can't even laugh because it's just like I don't know. It's weird, man. That's just where they are right now. Because it's like just as an example, what are we gonna tell Iron Man? About Magneto. And he says, and Hank Pym's like, the truth, that during the fight, Magneto broke a gas line and died in an explosion. He was vaporized. There was nothing left to eat. And Archangel's like, right, gas main. That works. We'll see you there tonight. And blah, blah, blah. And then it kind of I'm going to end it with Spidey asking Luke Cage, you think maybe? And Luke's like, hop on my back, you cripple. So, I mean, like, honestly, it's like, that, I mean, if they were honestly alive, I feel like, I mean, clearly if Spider-Man was injured, I mean, he'd probably say something quippy or something like that. Luke Cage would probably say something quippy anyway, but, like I said, like, there's no, it's dead, Joe, like, that would, like, that's just, like, straight up insulting him, but, like, by this point, you know what I mean, like, who gives a shit, I guess. No, civilness is gone, or whatever. Yeah, and the thing that Hank Pym does with Chathala is so fucked up. You know, Samuel as like he's just like unconscious, and he's just chopping off parts off of Black Panther and just eating them so he can keep his fucking mind going and not be so fixated on the hunger. And then they kind of bring homage, I guess, back of Hank Pym slapping or smacking or abusing his wife again. But once again, it's you think you can hurt me with your stings? I don't feel pain. None of us do. So it's just, I don't know, man. This is some dark shit. I should mention, Hawkeye's head got busted off, but so he's not dead. You'll find out a little bit later. And Hank Pym just bit off his wife's head. But yeah, I mean, once again, doesn't know they still don't know that you have to literally destroy the head for the zombies to be dead. Otherwise, Wasp just is now just a headless body, or a headless, just a head, nothing else. Same with Hawkeye. It's fucked up, man. I mean, can you really blame the hunger as to why he hit Hank, or why Hank hit his wife Janet? Or is it just like this guy? I mean, it's so funny. He's talking about how he needs control and stuff, but he can't control hitting his fucking wife. But he can control. I don't know, man. We all have our own fucking problems, I guess, to deal with. Fucking A. And then Chathala's like asking, because he's kind of waking up, telling him to kill him. Please kill me. That's what Chathala's saying. He's like, nah, man, I can't do that. Meat will spoil. It's fucked up, man. It's so fucked up. I mean, honestly, it's, I don't know, if you want me to be completely real, I've read this before, so it's not that fucked up, but, you know what I mean, it's fucked up enough to make a comment on it. I mean, I don't think I would ever do something horror-related like this, but, I mean, maybe, I don't know, but, I don't know, it's just that the details are nice, because, once again, these are Marvel characters, and if they, I don't know how well this would work. I don't know, man. It's an interesting concept. Once again, you got the smart zombies, zombies that are hungry and they sometimes can't control themselves. Well, not sometimes. Most of the time. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. For some reason, Vulture's with the rest of the heroes. I thought all the heroes and villains hated each other, even as zombies. It's weird. Iron Man's a pretty smart dude. Tony Stark, he doesn't believe the fucking lie about the gas pipe and stuff, or the gas line rupturing. And he was able to tell, just simply with Spider-Man, but I don't know where Hulk is, but, I think he also mentions, like, Banner's bulging, and there's recently ruptured belly. That's a little hard to miss. So, no one can fucking trust each other, and honestly, like, even if, like, what can they really do? Kill each other? I mean, they could, but honestly, like, they're at such a fucking bottom right now, and all they want to do is eat. They're essentially a bunch of drug addicts, essentially, and their drug of choice is fucking human flesh. Now, when they all kind of got back together, they see Silver Surfer again. They don't even know what the fuck Silver Surfer even is. And Stark says to the Colonel, anything else you're keeping from me? He says, no, this covers it. I could have said Rogers, I guess. And Captain America's smiling at him. And, they're all their teeth are showing. And I was just thinking about, like, why are all their teeth showing? And it's like, is it just because, that's just the artistic direction? But thinking about it, if they were to, like, be eating and whatnot, they'd probably be like eating right through their fucking lips and not even realizing it or not even caring. So that's probably why they don't even have lips at all. It's fucking crazy, man. I mean, I didn't mention this at all, but I mentioned in the last podcast. This is set not in modern times. It's not the 616. I'm not sure which universe it is, but it's not Captain America. It's Colonel America, and I guess it's far enough along that they don't know who Silver Surfer is, and Silver Surfer is telling them about what Galactus does and what he's gonna do to the planet, and none of them knows what the fuck's going on. They just know that they're hungry and they're gonna, chomp at this motherfucker. And I believe Silver Surfer gave the fucking heads up, hey man, to Galactus, you can eat this planet. Issue 2 ends with the horde of Marvel superheroes and even probably villains. You can see, all I see so far is just, for some reason, Vulture. Was he a hero at a time? I don't believe that. But they're now going after Silver Surfer. So, it's gonna be fun. It's going from part 2 to part 3. The chase, and then soon Galactus shows up, and then they, fucking eat that motherfucker. Just a personal note, right now Silver Surfer is just cut Iron Man in half essentially. But it's almost a full spread, but then it kind of on the lower right half, or not the lower right half, I'd say mostly the right half of the page. It's a regular comic. I really like that. It's kind of cool. But that's besides the point. It's fucking weird, man. I mean, now I'm saying besides the point. I don't know what the word I was saying beforehand, but I keep on saying the same word over and over again. I gotta stop doing that shit. Personal, I guess, shit, I gotta say. This is, I don't know, calling myself out. They knock Silver Surfer, or specifically, Thor is able to crash his fucking cement block makeshift hammer into Silver Surfer's head, and they both kind of fall off the board, and now Silver Surfer's just fucking beaming everybody left and right, trying to get out. Damn, son. Wolverine's adamantium claws can't even penetrate Silver Surfer's body, and he actually destroyed his fucking arm just now, so he just fucking chopped it off. The dialogue after is kind of fucking cool too. I mean, it's just something you don't even you would never have to even think about, but it's Wolverine's can't think of what I'd rather have more right now. Healing factor strong enough to fight decomposition or adamantium ligaments to hold these bones together. And he sighs and says, such a waste, and he chops it off. I don't know, man. It's nice little. I mean, honestly, this comic is fucking amazing. I highly recommend. I would recommend reading the first one. Honestly, you could probably, if you pick up Dead Days and the first one, only read up to, you only have to read up to once when, the Ultimate Fantastic Four come back to their own, universe, and Magneto's left there. Because that's where, number 1 starts, is from there. So you can read Dead Days and a couple of issues of Ultimate, Fantastic Four, I think 21 to 23, before reading, this, and then you can read the rest of it for Dead Days after finishing the first Marvel Zombies. So that's what I'd recommend. And at first I was saying maybe it's not even necessary to read Dead Days, but now thinking about it, I think it actually, it helps with the whole storyline in total. You don't need it, but it just adds to the story. Adds more depth. In the other podcast, I thought that Invincible was making an appearance in with the remaining heroes, but I think that actually is Speedball, because now I'm seeing more beams going through some bodies, like Gambit's body. I mean, I don't know if it's going to kill Gambit, but it's going through his fucking chest, and Speedball is being chopped in half now. So I thought that once again it was Invincible, and I was Invincible is an Image comic, but I thought that just because Robert Kirkman was part of it, they were kind of throwing him in there just as a little teaser. But I guess Deadpool's even alive still. No, I guess Gambit is probably dead. Probably. I mean, honestly, Spider-Man's pretty useless, especially when he's got a broken leg. I mean, he's got no fucking webbing. I mean, he's just got, the basic super strength and spider senses, but I don't know. He's pretty useless, especially at this moment. It is kind of cool. Silver Surfer's, was gonna try to chop off fucking Hulk's head, but Hulk's got such a strong body. All he did was just literally like moltenize his face, essentially. Yeah, I believe he just takes a bite out of his fucking head and then just eats it. I believe that's how it goes. Silverman regret frying Hulk's face. Hulk will make sure of that. And then he takes, like I said, takes a bite in the next page, I believe. Yep. So, Hulk takes the first chomp, there's still a whole body left, and now everyone's like, running over to chew on him. Spidey wants to get in a little action, so does Iron Man. I mean, they're both pretty much fucking, paraplegics, I guess. Giant Man's able to help them, and he's just gonna drop them down in there so that, they can get a couple snacks. Essentially just seeing who, it essentially is whoever the fuck eats Silver Surfer is gonna get some cosmic powers, essentially. The only way they find out they have the powers is, Beast and Colonel are getting in an argument, and, Colonel just unleashes some power upon him. I think he killed Beast just now, but, I might have to go and do a little bit something. I'm not finished with the comic. I think I'm on still part 3, in the middle of the comic, so I'll be right back. You won't even notice. Alright, I'm back. If I didn't mention already, Black Panther's coincidentally, he's escaped. They don't really show him, kind of like waking up. They just jump from, the scene where Colonel, finds out that whoever ate, not just him, but Colonel blowing off fucking, Beast's face, I guess, or even head, it allowed them all to realize they have cosmic powers now, and it jumps to Black Panther and with Wasp around his arm. Clearly doesn't want to get bitten by her, doesn't want to get turned into her. They're having a little discussion. She's like, "Just let me have a little bit of your flesh." And he's like, "Fucking no, I'm not gonna do that." So Black Panther, he considers the option of, giving flesh to Wasp extremely fucking disturbing. But, she's trying to explain, it's almost like, once again, it's an addiction. It's, I really think this is honestly a pretty good, book for people that like going through addiction, maybe, or know someone who is going through addiction. Because, they're fiending. They are fiending for flesh. And, by the end of, not this book, I think, but the book after, they kind of come to this terms of, acceptance that they don't need to feed. And they're going to still live on forever. They're just now, undead. To quote Black Panther, because she's saying, this is what Jan just said, "It's hard to explain the craving, the need. I ache to taste your flesh. I'm starving for it. I'm in pain." And, he's shouting, "This is madness. You are a severed head. You don't even have a body. This sickness has consumed you. It's keeping you alive somehow, but this hunger, it's all in your mind. You can't digest anything. You don't have a body. There is nowhere for food to go." So, clearly, I don't know. It's not a complete, total analogy for addiction, but, I think you could probably pull something out of it. We're all addicted to something anyway. It's all in your head. It's all in your mind. Black Panther's honestly probably one of the most sound of mind out of all of them. Out of every Avenger, superhero, etc. It seems to have a lot of his shit together. There's problems he's got to address and stuff, but he's got a lot of his shit together. Even in this universe where he's missing part of his leg and most of his right arm. His right side's pretty much all gone. I will say it's also funny that even though through all of this, Black Panther's still wearing his mask. It's maybe kind of just a symbolism for that there's at least a hero out there. Black Panther is found by the people of Asteroid M, the remaining survivors, and jumps to the zombies again, and like the only remaining zombies left are Colonel America. Well, in this panel anyway, is Colonel America, Wolverine, Giant Man, Hulk, Luke Cage, Spider Man, and Iron Man. Hank Pym just tossed away a corpse of Thor. I guess they were just barbecuing all of them and seeing how they tasted, and they still didn't like the taste. Issue 3 or part 3 ends with Galactus arriving on Earth, and yeah, now they gotta deal with that shit. I mean, I already talked about it, but just once again, I just want to reiterate just the fact that normally, Galactus eats planets, and it's just funny that the only way to stop Galactus this time around is to literally eat him. I mean, it's horrific. Galactus starts shooting beams all over the fucking place. This is the beginning of issue 4, by the way, if I didn't say that already. And I believe they can't kill him on their own. They have to literally team up and make this machine to take them out, to take Galactus out. I'm jumping ahead, I know that, but yeah, I mean, like, once again, like, a lot of, like, I'm not even reading any of the dialogue right now. I'm just literally looking at the page layout, jumping from the full spread of Galactus shooting everybody. And then, like, once again, now we got all these individual shots, and I mean, I think it's just wonderfully paneled out. It's so, I mean, they're not wasting time. That's it, man. They're just not wasting any fucking time. I guess, I don't know, man. Like, if you like a heavy dialogue fucking comic, you got some time to pass. All I'm saying is, I don't mind reading a lot of dialogue. I just want to read dialogue that's actually, like, not a waste of fucking my time. Like, there's, like, maybe it's just me, but I just felt like sometimes dialogue or sometimes panels could be condensed, and nothing's perfect. I mean, someone could argue all day long about everything. So I guess I'll leave it at that. I mean, I guess I'll leave it with Luke Cage losing his fucking left arm to one of Galactus's beams, just fucking disintegrating into nothing, like, just immediately. And now that I'm thinking about it, this could have ended with Galactus eating, the planet, and then that's the end of the Marvel Zombies. But they decided to, take it one step further, I guess. Spider-Man mentions, or makes reference to Reed in the Fantastic Four in another dimension. So that's they're talking about what's going on while they're, in their in another universe, in the Ultimate Universe specifically. So once again, if you wanted to find out more about that, you don't have to, though. I mean, like, he kind of just, like, that mention, honestly, in my opinion, is enough, but I can't say for everything off of Dead Days. I mean, there's some cool shit in it. You should pick it up too, maybe. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, there's only 4 books you really need to pick up. I haven't read all the other stuff, but I'm just saying to keep it as a complete cycle. Everything else is, in my opinion, just kind of like spin-offs. And Dead Days is very much so like kind of a spin-off. A lot of spin-offs going on. Not necessary to the entire plot, but helps you. I mean, I don't know how often I really do like check out books that have. Hold on, I'm just trying to clear my fucking throat. Because I'm sure that's just annoying to hear while I'm talking. As I was saying, I don't know how often I read the spin-off parts. Like, I know Secret Invasion has some spin-off stuff. I mean, they actually had a lot going on. There's actually a lot of fucking Secret Invasion like spin-offs that went on in multiple titles. Same with Dark Avengers. That's something I mean, honestly, I really like the Secret Invasion into like the Dark Avengers era. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. Like, Secret Invasion was just a new idea, and I feel like so. I mean, like, we had Thunderbolts beforehand, but like, I don't know, like, kind of just shows like how through devious ways and like manipulation and just like the right fucking lawyer, you can, you know what I mean, like, do this and that. And maybe shoot a fucking leader scroll. or a Skrull leader. I guess the cool thing about teams, I guess I didn't really. I mean, once again, it's putting two and two together, but just like really, with the Avengers anyway, they have multiple leaders. There are some people that like kind of are just following, and they're just kind of in that, they're just a part of the Avengers. But there are, I would say Iron Man, I would say Hank Pym, even. Well, Hank Pym, he's the guy who wants to probably be a leader. I'm sure he has been a leader. But Iron Man's a leader. Captain America or Colonel America's a leader. I don't know about necessarily Hulk being a leader. Until he can actually control himself. And I think nowadays he actually has a little bit better control of himself, I think. I did read Immortal Hulk, and he seemed to have a little better control of himself. But, I named off only a couple of fucking people that were leaders. Like, Black Panther is definitely a leader in himself. So it's just like, it's a super team. It's a super team. Just because, it's very rare to have leaders join together. Typically, it's always one leader and the followers. And then the followers of the followers of the leader and the followers. But, Jesus, I gotta just drink some water maybe. And sometimes just open up a window sometimes helps. Besides the point, I'm gonna move on. One thing I noticed, sometimes when drawing, clearly you gotta keep drawing and drawing and drawing. And sometimes, you make some, you just leave some things a little lazily drawn. Like in the middle of issue 4, they're now back to Black Panther and the remaining survivors of Asteroid M. One of the chicks, she's drawn really, really, really shittily. But it just tells me, don't take yourself so serious. Preferably every panel should be the bee's knees, I guess. But I don't know, you can get away with some things. I'm gonna excuse that, I guess. Sometimes there's just flaws, man. You just can't, it is what it is. But definitely not a positive, that's for sure. It's definitely one negative I saw for this. Overall, it's been a pretty good experience. So, ride's gonna get bumpy eventually. Yeah, I guess the leader of the survivors of Asteroid M, his name's Cortez, I thought it was. So, I guess I was right from the last podcast. It's funny. Cortez is defending Black Panther's actions, but I believe in the second book, maybe it's not Cortez, but actually the son of Cortez. He sends them he sends them on to their fucking. I don't want to exactly spoil it, but I don't know. I guess I just won't spoil it. Already kind of did. The fight ends with Black Panther. Well, it doesn't end this way. It starts with Black Panther. Well, defending himself. Black Panther chucks Wasp's head at I guess one of them. Their name was Burns. And he's dead. But I guess Black Panther has now joined the crew. And then they jump back to the zombies. Peter and Luke are playing cards. So, in reference, I was talking about Black Panther still wearing his mask. Luke Cage is asking him, why are you still wearing your mask? It's all torn and ripped to shreds, and it's not like you got a secret identity anyway, so. And, Peter's giving this long spiel about how everyone already knows about his wife and how he ate his wife and his aunt. And he can't even look in the mirror anymore, and he's like, I just don't want to chance it. And, look at himself, his actual face. And all Luke Cage says in retaliation, or I guess in response, is, right. Forget I asked, you sissy. You got any jacks? That's fucking hilarious, man. I didn't really laugh at it, when I was younger. Just, it was just whatever. But just, those moments, sometimes you laugh at them, sometimes you don't, But I literally laughed out loud about it. I was like, that's fucking funny. This is something I didn't even realize, but Colonel America comes back, and they came back from Wakanda, and just saying, and let me tell you, Wakanda has seen better days, blah, 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 and also saying how they're going faster than the Quinjet ever could. based on their cosmic powers. So, they got some vibranium, if I didn't mention. Um, I didn't, once again, I guess as a kid, I just didn't even pay attention to these fucking things. But, I noticed, I remember, seeing, Bruce Banner, pulling a piece out of his, stomach to re-eat it. But I didn't remember Iron Man saying, like, you know what I mean, right after you started going after the supply, or they kind of figured it out right after, wow, I guess Colonel America went after to go get some vibranium. And then they've just been re-eating the same pieces that have been going through their body. Like Iron Man can do it because half his body is completely gone, so it's just kind of falling out of his body. And because Hulk's or Bruce Banner's stomach is burst, he can just like literally pull a piece out of his fucking stomach and just eat it again. It's fucking gruesome, man. That's awesome. It's cool that they got away with this. I guess they're also kind of explaining how the body works when you're undead. And they're saying that the body is extremely acidic. Besides, by now, the morsels in our... It's not perfect. The sickness we all have has made our insides so acidic that we practically dissolve everything we eat, so these pieces get a little bit smaller every time we eat them. And I think it also kind of references, like, you know, so they don't have to actually, like, take a shit, I believe. Or, you know, they just never mention that they have to take a shit because, you know, it's a comic book. They were all in Hank Pym's lab, the zombies, all discussing that shit. Now it's cut back to Galactus, and all of the super villain undead are all now attacking Galactus, and he's fucking just doing what he's got to do. But Hank Pym's got an idea. He's got a machine he's set up to potentially take down this dude, Galactus. Thinking about it, the Deadpool crew corpse or whatever, it was a bunch of Deadpools from like a bunch of universes or whatever. One of them was I think the zombie head of Deadpool, which once again is referenced from this universe in this story. Not exactly this story. I mean, like, you don't really see. I believe in like Marvel Zombies 3. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I kind of want to. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, man. I know that they do kind of like, you know, fucking go on. I believe more universes get infected and blah blah blah. I mean, once again, it's zombies, so they're all hungry and they're doing things for like kind of like the wrong reason of sorts. You know, they're taking down Galactus literally so that they can eat him. Nothing to do with the fact that their planet's being fucking gonna get eaten. They don't give a shit about their planet. I mean, all that matters to them is that they're hungry. They could literally, I believe they could probably leave the atmosphere and just be fine. I mean, they're all undead, so they're just, but I don't know, they're just hungry and they just know that eventually, why not knock it down now? So I just think it's funny that once again they're not even doing it for heroic reasons, really, other than like for hunger. They shoot the beam, and that ends part 4, and this is part 5, the conclusion. And the first beam, anyway, it actually hit Lizard and Dr. Octopus as it hit Galactus, so I imagine they're probably fucking dead or close to it. Well, dead or, you know what I mean, fucking just more in shambles, I guess. And part 5 starts with Hank Pym shouting, "Hit him again!" They literally made this fucking machine somehow just so... clearly, I don't know how the fuck they would... I mean, I guess they're geniuses, so whatever. But once again, using it just so that they can eat. That's all. They made a machine just so they can fucking eat. I mean, instead of eating, we make machines for this reason or that, so... they end up killing Galactus, hitting him a couple times, and now, like, the villains are, about to go and fucking chow down, but, they gotta deal with cosmic zombie superheroes that, are also hungry, and, Mole Man says, "You think you deserve even a taste? You're gonna have to fight us for it," and, Colonel America blows his fucking head off, and he's like, "With pleasure." So, about to get real fucking rowdy in here. Spider-Man blasts Venom through the fucking chest, and he's like, "You're slowing down. What gives?" And Eddie Brock's like symbiote already dying, I was no longer a suitable host. And I guess he just died. He didn't get his head blasted, he just fucking kind of died. I guess maybe the symbiote actually like ate all of its living. Damn, that's interesting. And so, I mean, the symbiote kind of just like left as well. I don't. It's probably gonna die. Next up, Wolverine's gonna go and fucking slug Juggernaut in the head and blow his fucking brains out with a cosmic energy. Hinkman cuts off Rhino's head with cosmic energy. Then it's gonna be Wolverine and Sabretooth. I'm not gonna see. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen here, right? And then we got Colonel America against Red Skull, but Red Skull's gonna pull a bunch of brains out of Colonel America and I believe kill him. Red Skull pulls a lot of brain out of Cap or Colonel, enough to get him killed. Spidey squashes shoots off his head. Last words of Red Skull is so worth it, all of it, just for this. Gets his head smashed by Hank Pym. So now it's just 6 cosmic superheroes, and they're just like taking down every single fucking villain because they can't compare to fucking cosmic energy, man. Doesn't matter how many fucking motherfuckers there are. I think I'm seeing Doctor Doom getting killed now off panel sorts. I think Wolverine's now chopping up a little bit of Dr. Octopus. There's a lot going on. But once again, I really like it. It's just kind of like jumping back and forth, but I feel like it's not doing a bad job at all showing and expressing this. Galactus actually isn't dead, but by this point, he's injured enough that they're gonna chomp down on his fucking face and, eat him. Yeah, he's fucked. I guess in this case, sometimes Hank Pym acts as a leader, but I don't really see. I see him as like a second leader, like he's the leader under the leaders. So, co-leader. Nah, I don't know about co-leader. Just second in charge or whatever. I really like how they show whenever they're eating a bunch of flesh. I mean, Spider-Man rips off one of Galactus's fingers and is chewing on it. It's fucked up, man. It jumps to 5 years later, and if you jump over to Dead Days, you can kind of see where the X-Men, or not the X-Men, but the Marvel Zombies go to in the universe. I believe they show a little bit in Zombies too. I'm gonna have to find out tomorrow. I believe. By this point, all they're gonna do is they're gonna eat as much of the universe as possible and decide, let's go back to Earth for some. I can't remember why. I think it's like because there was a fucking teleporter there that they know that they can use to jump to another dimension and get more food. Like trillions and trillions, beyond trillions of fucking lives that they've eaten in this universe. It is kind of interesting, though. I mean, like, the amount of, like, random things that could take out an entire universe and, start everything over all over again. I don't know. It's a big concept for sure. But, like I said, 5 years later, Asteroid M, people return back to Earth, and, decide to do some shit. They got, like, some thermal scanner thing reading and saying there's no humans, and apparently all the undead or whatever is not here. They went dormant, or hibernation, more specifically. Dormant would be not a bad word either. And they said, I just don't know. They either died, hibernation, or they left. So, left? As in left the planet? How would they even do that? Not only that, but if they did leave this planet behind, where did they go? Righteous, it ends with exactly what I was describing. I thought that they would do that for number 2, but they kind of, now they're just going around to other worlds and just eating everything. In a way, it's just one way that, I guess, a planet could just lose all of life. You could do nuclear fallout, you could do biological blah blah blah, some kind of illness or virus or whatever. Or you can, it could be 6 superhero human beings that technically would be aliens to everybody else, with cosmic powers, extremely super cosmic powers, coming around to fucking just wipe out planets. Just fucking not even destroy the planet itself, just fucking eat everything on it and just walk away. It's fucking crazy, man. It starts off with two beings. One of them is about to go to bed, and one's like, "And to you a good night as well, my child. I promise upon you good dreams of things you most desire, or you desire most. Be at peace." And someone's coming in like, "Yo, we're gonna get fucking killed, all of us. We're fucked. We're fucked." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Just look." And you see the 6 cosmic Marvel zombies coming down to fucking chow down, I guess. And that pretty much ends this book. It ends with it's feeding time, boys. I guess the only two problems I had was that one girl was trying to draw on really shittily. I mean, there might have been some other horrible faces I didn't pay attention to. And the fact that Hank Pym had more dialogue than he should have, I felt like. Because I just don't really give a shit about Hank Pym. And he's kind of a piece of shit for a fictional character. I think he's, the whole fucking turning into Giant Man and Tiny Man, Ant-Man, whatever. It's cool. But the whole hating your wife thing, clearly that's just a little... Yeah. I knock on wood. I don't think I would ever, but I got to knock on wood for that case. I don't want to be that person. But shit like that happens all the time. You fucking knock someone for doing something, and then you end up doing it, and you're like, fuck. But I don't know. I'd rather punch myself in the face. I hope. That's in most cases that's what I normally do. So yeah, it's ended it. In my opinion, I definitely highly recommend reading Marvel Zombies. And if you like Marvel Zombies 1 enough, I would recommend the second one. And if you like the second one enough, you can check out the third and the fourth and blah, blah, blah. But the only ones that really matter, in my opinion, I would like to check out 3 and 4. For this, I guess it's like the Robert Kirkman age for Marvel Zombies, because I don't know how much he really touches it after these books. I believe he does Dead Days, the one shot. He does Marvel Zombies 1, Marvel Zombies 2, and I believe he does Returns, Marvel Zombies Returns. I just want to make sure. Hold on 1 second. Oh, actually, I guess no, Robert Kirkman does not show up at all in this. Huh. I thought he did. My bad. I don't think it really matters, so I think it's a really nice turnaround, really a full cycle of sorts. But that's okay. Maybe I'm gonna fucking hate this. I think it was honestly a pretty brilliant combination. In my opinion, this is the trilogy right here that you need. Marvel Zombies 1, 2, and Return. Marvel Zombies Return. Just because it's a full circle. Dead Days is a nice one shot, and you can read the Ultimate Fantastic Four, and maybe you should, just because you get a little bit more. Like I said, Ultimate Fantastic Four, like number 21 to 23, that has Ultimate Mr. Fantastic dealing with Marvel Zombie Universe. Not just Mr. Fantastic, but ultimately the Fantastic Four too, in general, from the Ultimate Universe. They get away, and kind of with the help of an aid of Magneto, and that's where Marvel Zombies 1 kind of starts off. Dead Days, I don't even fucking remember how that even goes, but I think it started with like Spider-Man. It's just like a little bit more in depth of Marvel Zombies. But I'll leave it at that. I got shit I gotta do. So thanks for listening. I'm gonna come back probably tomorrow with Marvel Zombies 2. Take it easy. GRMBLS. That's social media for Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, take it easy.